Boys and girls, Mrs. Megan with you today, and today is Wacky Wednesday, and we're celebrating by being a little silly. So I chose the story Silly Tilly by Eileen Spinelli, and it was illustrated by David Slonim. So let's take a look at our cover. What does it look like our goose is doing? It looks like she may be taking a bath. I see a rubber duck, and oh, look down the side. I think that's a mouse in a cup. So let's read about Silly Tilly. Tilly was a silly goose, a daffy down and dilly goose, who took her baths in apple juice. That's silly. Do we take our baths in apple juice? So there she is taking her bath in apple juice. She wore a pancake as a hat. She tried to ride the farmer's cat, and she kissed a fish. Imagine that! There she is wearing a pancake, kissing a fish, and riding the cat. Tilly liked to tickle frogs and kick a pickle to the hogs and hop on the top of soggy logs. What is she doing on top of that log? It looks like she's playing an instrument. She combed her feathers with a rake. She sailed Pig's pail across the lake. She sat on Rooster's birthday cake. Oh no, how would you like a goose in your birthday cake? I don't think so. One day her friend said, "That's enough. Enough of all your silly stuff." Their barnyard voices sounded gruff. Oh no, do you think they're happy? How do you think that'll make Silly Tilly feel? No more naps in Scarecrow's pants. No more packing Piglet off to France. No yodels at the harvest dance. Oh no. Let's see. The weeks went by and Tilly Goose stopped being such a silly goose. Good job, said Cousin Billy Goose. Oh, so he thinks she's doing a good job, but does she look very happy? I don't think so. I think she looks sad. It happened, though, that Hedda Hen remarked, "I haven't laughed since when?" Since Tilly chased the garbage man. Look, she chased the garbage man, and what did she end up doing? She ended up in their truck. How silly. Since Tilly sneezed, said Harvey Goat, and blew the fleas off Farmer's coat, and set his underwear afloat. Oh, my goodness, how silly. His underwear went in the pond. It's Dullsville on the farm. No fun. I think I speak for everyone, said Horse. I know what must be done. What do you think needs to be done? Does Silly Tilly need to be silly again? We'll find out. And so they did apologize with quacks and oinks and heartfelt sighs, to Silly Tilly's great surprise. And now she's surprised. She was sad. She's surprised. Do you think this is going to make her happy? Now Tilly's back to her old ways. She soaks her feet in mayonnaise and sleds downhill on cookie trays. When do you go sledding on cookie trays? She glues blue glitter on the plow and turns 6 cartwheels on the cow. Oh, that's probably pretty hard to be able to do on a cow. And all the farm is happy now. The end. And it's Silly Tilly upside down with some broken eggs around her. Maybe she tried to juggle. So that was our story, Silly Tilly. And it was adorable. And now we have a little song about another silly slippery animal, and it's called A Silly Slippery Snake. Oh, I wish I was a silly slippery snake. Oh, I wish I was a silly slippery snake. Oh, I'd slither across the floor, slip under the door. Oh, I wish I was a silly slippery snake. Okay, so we said it once. Let's do it one more time together. Oh, I wish I was a silly slippery snake. Oh, I wish I was a silly slippery snake. Oh, I'd slither across the floor. I'd slip under the door. Oh, I wish I was a silly slippery snake. So that's our little rhyme. And now we're going to do an activity for our silly. So, where did Silly Tilly live? She lived on a farm. What animals did we happen to see on the farm? Yes, she was a goose. I think we saw cows and horses, even a goat. Does anyone remember what the goat's name was? It was Harvey the goat. So we are going to do a little activity, and it says sort by sizes. Sort the farm animals accordingly. So we have a big and we have a small size. So, and then Mrs. Megan has some pictures of animals. So I'm going to go ahead, hold the pictures up and I want you to tell me, is it a big or little? Do you think this would be a big pig or a little pig? What color is our pig? Yep, it's pink. And it is a little pig. So I'm going to put this on our small side. Okay, so we have a little pig. Let's see, what's our next animal going to be? Oh, what is this? It's a chicken. And what did chicken say? And do you think this is a big chicken or a little chicken? I think it looks rather big. Do you think that looks big compared to the pig? So we're going to put this on our big side. Okay, and then our next one is Mrs. Megan's favorite animal, and it is a moo cow. So do you think this cow is big or do you think it's small? I would say it's big. So we're going to put that with our chicken. And now let's see what's our next. We already had a small one of these, so this must be our big piggy. And what color did we say our pigs were? Pink. So this is going to join our chicken and our cow on the big side. So let's go ahead and stick that over there. So that must mean we have some small animals left. What do you think that is? A small chicken. So we're going to put our small chicken with our pig. Our pig was probably getting pretty lonely. And then lastly, Mrs. Megan's favorite animal is that's not what that sound is. What sound does this animal make? Moo, because it's a cow. So we're going to go ahead and put our cow with our pig and our chicken. So let's see, how many big animals do we have? 1, 2, 3 big animals. Do we have enough matching little animals? We have a little piggy, 1, a little chicken, 2, and a cow, moo, 3. So we have 3 big and 3 small. Do they match then? Yep, they match. So let's see, how many do we have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 animals altogether. Since Mother's Day is coming up, we could say these are our mommy animals and these are our baby animals. So that is our little activity to go along with our Silly Tilly. Now, Mrs. Megan has a craft. What animal was Silly Tilly? She was a goose. Does anyone know what letter goose starts with? I'm going to show you. What letter is this? It's G. And so G for goose. Now I'm going to turn this G into a goose. Are you ready? So first, what does a goose have on its wings? Feathers. So we're going to go ahead and glue our feathers on to. Okay, so there's that. And we can do it many different ways. We'll just put it like that. Now we have, what is a goose's nose called or mouth? It's called its beak. And this is his beak. So we're going to go ahead and glue this onto there too. Okay, so we have our feathers, we have our beak, and lastly, what does our goose walk on? What do we walk on? We walk on our feet. So Mrs. Megan has 1, 2 feet. So we're going to go ahead, Mrs. Megan's going to put that on her goose. And what do we have? HG for goose. Mrs. Megan's not too sure about those feathers, so let's see if we can maybe turn those feathers around. See if that looks better. Does that look a little better? Yeah, you can do it either way, I think. So that's our little craft we have. All you need is a letter G, a triangle, some feathers, and feet. So I'm going to put this to the side, and now to continue with our silly theme, we're going to do a little experiment and see if this one works. So Mrs. Megan went ahead and put some dish soap into a little dish. And then all you have to do is add some cornstarch to this. Mrs. Megan's trying not to make a mess because she is known for messes. And we're just going to sprinkle some cornstarch in here and then give it a stir and see what it's going to make. This is something super simple. Your mommies might have this already in their cabinets. This is something Mrs. Megan remembers getting a lot in her Easter basket. And it's called Silly Putty. Have you ever heard of Silly Putty? It's kind of like slime, but kind of not. Because it's just a little bit different. Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit more cornstarch to it because it still seems a little gluey. Oh, that might have been too much. Oh dear. Let's see. I'm still making a mess. So Mrs. Megan has it all stirred and ready. And then we're going to see if I can pull it out and not make a mess. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more cornstarch because I think I want it stiffer. Cornstarch is a wonderful thing to thicken things. Oh, I think I got where I want it to be. We'll see. Okay. Still a little too sticky. Ooh, my. So we're just going to keep playing with it until we get what we want. Okay. The more you play with it, the more it'll set up. So this is called Silly Putty. Mrs. Megan did it again. Made another mess. But it's all cleanable. You can wash it all up. So here is our ball of Silly Putty. And you can just make it with dish soap and cornstarch. And that is our wacky, silly story time for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow for Stream Into Thursdays. Bye, guys. Thanks so much.